Our March craft this year is the Stations of the Cross. So there's little booklets here. You got to fold them. They have the stations in them. You can do them at home. You're welcome to color this. You have all 14 stations. They're out on these pieces of paper, and they have little numbers on them in the corners, upper corners. So those are the station numbers. So what you're going to do is first color these. You can use crayons, markers. If you've got colored pencils, you can color them in. All right, color them in, and then you're going to cut them out. And how you want to cut them out is you don't want to cut them right on the frame. You want to cut them about, or you can cut them out and start coloring them too, like this. So you want to have a little bit of edge outside because, then I realized after I already made one and such that, so this is number 10. So I'd recommend writing 10 on the back then, because the next step is you're going to take these popsicle sticks and make a frame around it, and actually it might cover the numbers. So you want to kind of make a frame, and this one it won't actually, but so you're going to make a frame, you're going to glue it down. So use bottle glue, don't use glue stick. Well, you can try. I didn't try because I didn't think it would work. And you can put them around like this, so you have plenty of, and so here I have a completed one here of glued, right here. Here's glued, and you're more than welcome to color these too. Use marker. Marker probably would work well if you want to color these, the frame. And so that might wait until it sits. If you want to go even further with the popsicle sticks, you got plenty of sticks where you can even make a little something like this on top, kind of make a little kind of house type thing, roof. Or you can use two of them. If you want to make a cross and put there's the one here. I haven't done it, but you could do this and then glue it here, and so then kind of on the back, kind of just glue it. So the gluing time is going to take in terms of wait time. So you want to make sure it's glued and you give enough time for it to wait. But when you're done, so you can decide what you want. If you just want to do a simple frame, if you want to make a kind of a roof, or if you want to make a cross, you got plenty. I should have put it like 80 at least in popsicle sticks. So you should have plenty of popsicle sticks for if you want to use 6 per station. So when you're done with all of them and such, then you'll ask your parents if you can put them up. Church last year, or even currently, some of the art stuff that last fall we did, we used painter's tape we've used it last year too. Last year, maybe the last couple of years, in terms of on the walls, we would put stuff up using blue painter's tape or like green stuff or whatever. But yeah, kids, you can ask your parents if you're able to put them up somewhere, or even if you can put some of them up on the fridge each week. As well as if you're able to make kind of a row, put them in order. So that's why I say put the number on the back, because you can barely see it here. This one here, you can see it, but you put them in order, and maybe in one of the rooms in your house or the hallway, and you can even do the stations. So these are Stations of the Cross. There's a beginning prayer. It's very simple. It's something that you can do as individually or just as a family. It takes probably 10-12 minutes to go through this, because they're very, very simple. You just have it's teacher and students, but you can use leader and others. And so, there's a little meditation line, a prayer, but really walking with Jesus. And so the Stations of the Cross developed. Really was when pilgrims could no longer, when it was dangerous in the Middle Ages to go to Jerusalem to make pilgrimage, to go to the holy sites in Jerusalem, especially the Holy Sepulchre, and where Jesus, Calvary, where he was crucified and buried, the sepulchre, the tomb, that's still there today, and there's a church built over it. When it became more and more dangerous in the Middle Ages for people to go there, it started cropping up in churches in Europe that they started putting Stations of the Cross in churches, and it's very common now. We have them at both parishes, St. Joseph and St. Francis Xavier, but it's even something you can have at your home, you know, kind of as a reminder of during Lent we're walking with Jesus, and that it's that it's our sins that are the reasons why Jesus came and suffered out of love for us, and then so he died and then rose again to give us hope in our difficulties, our suffering, that we draw close to Jesus, we ask him for strength, and to love like he loves. Even when he's suffering along, carrying his cross to Calvary, we see that he's loving, he's patient, he's meek. He doesn't get all angry at everybody. He says, "Oh Lord," he's Jesus. He's loving those who are hating him. He's loving them. He's consoling those that are concerned about him. And he says, "The women of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but for your children. Don't worry. No, don't worry. Jesus knows who he is. He's God." So we don't do it because we feel sorry for Jesus, but it's more so because we want Jesus to help us remain close to him. Jesus, help us remain close to you in our difficulties and our trials and our sufferings. And the Stations of the Cross are just a beautiful way, and during Lent in particular, to remind us that, you know, Jesus wants to help carry our crosses and help us grow in love in the midst of difficulties and trials.